let's start off with the elephant in the room, which is clearly Joel Embiid. He did not have the greatest game against South Sudan the first time they played, and in this game, he gets a coach's DNP from Steve Kerr, which probably should come as no surprise, as Embiid has kind of been one of the weaker links of the team so far, which is really underwhelming considering the fact that he's a NBA MVP, and all these dominant games that he's put forth in the NBA. It hasn't really been able to translate at all. Big reason for that, I think, is his play style. I think what's important to note is that when he plays on Philadelphia, there is not really other creators on the team besides Tyrese Maxey. Obviously, they just picked up Paul George, so it will be interesting to see how that goes. But outside of Maxey, the ball touches Embiid's hand like almost every play. And now he's playing with a guy that, or a bunch of guys that all can do something. And his game isn't really portable. He can't do the same things that he does in Philly. And B has definitely kind of made these kind of side comments, one about LeBron, and, kind of hinting, that maybe he thinks he's the best player. But in reality, he doesn't really fit this team that well. Guys like AD and Bam fit the team way better because of how versatile they are on defense, and also how versatile they are on offense, because they don't necessarily need the ball every play. Embiid kind of needs the ball, and he's not that great of a passer. Embiid has been turning the ball over a lot recently. I think it's important to note that they also played a South Sudan team that definitely has a lot of wings. A lot of guys who are floating around that 6'8", 6'9" kind of height. With that team's a little more athletic, a little faster, and the slow foot speed of Joel Embiid was getting abused the first time they played him. They were just drawing him out, and guys like Carlick Jones were just attacking him because as a perimeter defender, Joel Embiid isn't really there. I think it's important to look at, how the team played without Embiid. Embiid did not play in this game, and USA ends up winning a dominating game where they won for basically the entire game. South Sudan only had a lead for maybe less than 2 minutes. Steve Kerr, I am not a fan of what he's been doing, but I think he definitely made a good move by not playing Embiid. It was just 2 weeks ago that he said, yeah, I like those three guys in the starting lineup. We've been looking at other guys around them. Obviously, we have great options, but I like those three guys together. And referring to Embiid, Steph, and LeBron. And I thought it was out of place to, have the team this talented with this many great players, and to essentially claim that those are the three guys you're going to start or that you're going to build around no matter what, when it seemed to be increasingly clear that Embiid was kind of the odd man out. But I think that Embiid definitely will have a better role. I think against Puerto Rico, you might be able to see a different team. Puerto Rico is a smaller team, so Embiid may be able to dominate that game a little bit more, or it might actually go in the inverse. I could also see that happening where he doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with the game and how fast the game might be moving. A shout out Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has made the biggest impact that we could see. I've never seen anything like how portable a player he is. He can truly play with anyone. Kevin Durant has been a monster these past 2 games. As you can see, he's putting up great numbers, really, really great numbers. And his shooting, obviously, he did not get off to the start, to the 8-for-8 start that he had the first game back. But in this game against South Sudan, he got to the line really, really efficiently in the first half. And also, his court spacing is just so crucial because he is truly a really, really good off-the-ball player, which you've seen his whole career. You see him be able to play with guys like Steph, to play on a Warriors team where, he's still going to get his shine. And I feel like having him on the roster really, really helps that second group. Whereas that second group would struggle sometimes with scoring. Now having KD and having Ant back there too, they're playing really, really well together. So I would like to talk about Devin Booker. Devin Booker, I think, has been probably my biggest surprise of this Olympic period. And I kind of waited. I didn't want to talk about things until after the exhibition games, after we see a couple of Olympic games, because they were still figuring things out. But Booker, I've been really impressed with, because as a number 1 option guy, it could kind of be hard to walk into a new setting where you're not the guy. It's clear that the 3 best players on the team, in my opinion, I think it's pretty obvious. It's probably Steph, KD, and LeBron. And they're going to be the offensive hubs for the most part. And then Ant is definitely in that mix too. But Booker has really embraced his role yesterday with South Sudan, where he has 10 points and he has 6 assists. And I feel like that is really showcasing the type of player that he can be. He also racks up a steal as well. He's kind of taken more of the defensive role, where in that starting lineup, because he's been starting with Steph and LeBron, or yesterday it was AD and Jason Tatum, where Booker's picking up the other team's best guard. He's taking that defensive mindset and kind of displaying it that he can do those things, and he doesn't need the ball to be impactful. Shooting 4 for 6 from the field today, and 1 for 2 from 3. You know, that's really important to this team, that they need stuff like that. Next, I want to shout out Bam Adebayo. Bam had a really, really good game. 8 for 10 shooting from the field. He had 18 points. You know, that's really, really huge. He goes and gets 7 rebounds. He gets a steal, gets 2 blocks. And I think Bam really showcased, you know, he stepped out, hit a couple threes. He played really strong around the paint. And I was really happy with the way that he played. In about 21 minutes of play, you know, Bam was really, really efficient. And I think that, you know, the way he played, the way Anthony Davis has been playing, you know, they're working well as lob threats. They can step out, hit a little couple touch shots if they need to. But it has been really, really good to see a guy like Bam have that type of game, where you know that this team is so deep that they could just, that even a guy who's not a number 1 option on another team, he can come back and have this sort of game where he leads the team in scoring. Shout out to also Derek White and Jrue Holiday. Their defense has been amazing. They are very, very talented defenders in my opinion. I think Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the NBA personally. And Derek White's not too far behind him. And they have been playing just truly, truly great defense. And you see why they're on the team. You see why Derek White is on the team over a guy like Jaylen Brown, because you need those glue guys that are portable. You need a guy that you can plug into the team and not have to worry about getting him touches. Derek White goes 3 for 3 from 3 today, and really he's not creating necessarily. You know, he's not ISOing or getting, you know, look called for him, but you know, he's getting catch and shoot opportunities off of swings and stuff like that, and that's the type of things you want to see from a guy like Derek White. Those are the things that you need realistically. Steph did not have a good game today, so it was good to see, you know, other guys be able to hit some threes. Ant hit 2 threes, KD hit 2, Derek White hit 3. Shout out Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese also got 2 out of 3. Tyrese was playing really, really well. He always had a smile on his face. Even when he did not play in the last game, he had a smile on his face. He's the first person to greet everybody when they come off the bench, or when they go to the bench. So Tyrese getting in the game today, hitting 2 threes, you know, that was really good to see. I think for a young player like that gives him a lot of confidence and a lot of a wherewithal to do what he needed to do, and to, you know, for the guys around him to kind of rally around and, you know, clap it up for him and make sure that he feels, you know, he's still a part of this team. And I think it was a really good thing to see the vets kind of do that for him, and to see his attitude stay the same no matter how many minutes he played. I would not say the same for Embiid. Embiid definitely did not look like that, but I think that is something to note that was really important from Tyrese. Thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know if you guys enjoy this video, or if you guys like the style of the video. I might keep trying this out until the NBA season comes and I can do more film breakdowns again. But this was fun. I'll probably make another video on Team USA after they play a couple more games. They play today, so against Puerto Rico. So let me know if you guys liked it. If you guys have topics you want me to talk about too, let me know, whether it's NBA offseason. Maybe I'll do a prediction video for, you know, NBA teams, how I think the standings will shake out, or breakout players and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys have any ideas, and thank you for watching.